I love you, Turbo. The dogs can sense a storm. Turbo knows there's a storm. Let me go out here and see. I know the siren went off, and this is the siren that goes off for tornado warnings, guys. It blew over my privacy fence. See? The power just went off. Oh, yes. See what kind of damage it did. It took down my privacy fence that I made. Mom is caught out in the storm. And we're going to stay in there for a while. I mean, it's not going to do any good to have the fence up if it's going to fall back down. This one survived. And this one survived just fine. Lord, Lord. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm going to come out here and fix it. Lord have mercy. 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 How bad are you feeling today here in the Louisiana morning? How's everybody doing? Happy 2022. No, we didn't get hit by no tornado. That's just that light that, no, I didn't, have any. The siren went off that goes off when you have a tornado. That tornado siren went off, guys. Turbo Gene, good for you. Tornado siren went off. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this fence, okay? Hold on, Turbo Gene. Here, guys. Guys, I'm here. National Weather Service, a tornado warning in this area. Take shelter. Tornado warning. Okay, guys, they've got a tornado warning in this area. A tornado warning is when they've spotted a tornado. It's not a tornado watch. Tornado watch is when the situations are favorable for a tornado. But a tornado warning is when they've actually seen one, touched down, actually spotted a tornado in the area. Fix my privacy fence. For now, and when I get a job and get more money, I'm going to put some fence posts in the ground for the fence, and I'm going to continue it. Just around this back door area. Ooh. So I can have my kitchen stadium. Woo! Okay. Kitchen stadiums will be born here. We've got a grill to grill out with and everything. Kitchen stadium in the woods. Kitchen stadium in the woods. With my music, I'm not a real musician, guys. I'm not a good musician. And I want to produce my own independent music. Independent albums, independent music. And since I'm not a real musician, I'm never going to really be a good musician. So, what I've decided to do is what they call lo-fi music. They have sampling hardware. Sampler, synthesizers, sampling synthesizers, and sampling hardware, sampling machines. They have sampling machines and sampling hardware and little sampling drum machines and sampling machines with different kinds of sounds, and you can add sounds to it. And I'm going to put natural sounds into it, like trains and cars. You know, it's going to be like noise music. Have y'all ever heard of alternative noise music? Have you ever heard of noise music? See, they take ordinary sounds and make music out of it. See, that's what they do.
This one's gone.
Here we go. Parts of Kentucky.
And then we're really worried about that. That one's going to clip right there, which is not technically our county.
It may not be us.
No, there's an art doing it.
May not be. Okay.
But we got time to give them a heads up if they're going to go online. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Max, can you hear
me? Yeah. Here. Look, see. John Gage. I'm going to have to watch this video here about John Gage. I don't know if that's even considered music. You know. But lo-fi music, independent music, you know, vaporwave music. I mean, here's the greatest all Macintosh plus Floral Shop. If you like vaporwave music, you know. All different kinds of people are doing their own lo-fi music. You can sample other people's music, but to produce my music, I don't think it's a good idea to sample other people's music. I mean, some of those people do that. They sample other people's music, but I don't want to do that. That's why I have to come out with sounds, you know. Lo-fi sounds, you know. Let me check the fence and see if it's blown down again. Lo-fi heroes. It's not blown down. It ain't blown down there in Kentucky. 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 Yes, they've had a tornado warning issued for this area. I cleaned up this island area. See? I just got a few things sitting. We've got some donuts. We've got some fruit cake in this bag. We got some candy that Wayne gave me. Dog treat. We got our bread in the bread box. I made that bread box in 1991 in high school. A pill box. Basically, more cat treats. So that's all this stuff is. It's just food that we have and need a place to put it. My uncle, great uncle, gave Mom this right here, these butter cookies. Peggy, our neighbor, gave us these green beans that she canned. We got us a pound cake and our coffee. Basically, that's no mess. It's not a mess. We just have our stuff sitting there, the things that we use every day. You know, snacks and food sitting out, you know, to eat. I need a place to put them, but I'm going to organize it in the future, and I've got clean dishes here. These are all clean dishes. I need to put them up. They're just dry. Okay. Hello. Okay, guys, we're going to look out the door and see the horrible storm. Here it is. A little privacy fence is holding up there. See, it's holding up. Really coming down. Yeah, that keyboard, that $50 keyboard thing on some adventures is really a good thing. That's really nice. See, it's really spilling out there. See, the yard there where I would do kitchen stadium is wet and standing with water. So I may have to have a deck, put a deck out here. A wooden deck or something just over top of this back area. Because, yeah. It's spilling out there. It's spilling out there. It really is spilling. Thank you, Possum Adventures. I appreciate that. I do. Yeah, I think alternative lo-fi electronic beat sampling music is the best for me. And I can insert my guitar licks in there with it. But I can insert my guitar licks with it in there, but you know, and have a little bit of acoustic music, guitar-based music, have a little guitar-based music, but basically I want to use it to create samples with. And Wog does that too. Whiskey OG on his channel. He takes his guitar and plays the guitar, but he samples too. He makes samples of his own self, you see. And I just don't feel comfortable taking Madonna, taking Prince, and sampling Prince over and over like some of the vaporwave artists do. Have you ever seen the vaporwave artists? They take, you know, other music, and it's okay, you know, but I just want to try to do some sampling and do my own thing. I think I'm not a real musician, but I'm, you know, I have an ear for music, but I have electronics. I like electronics, so I think it's best that I do sampling and electronic-based music. And I got some tapes that I've recorded off the YouTube that are electronic and vaporwave music. Macintosh Plus Floral Shop. Do y'all know what Macintosh Plus Floral Shop is? Are you familiar with vaporwave and that kind of music? Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Thank you, Possum Adventures. I appreciate that. My email address. It's in my channel description or whatever my email address is. Or my about page. Joni, that's my email.
Out right there. And within that structure, you can get
Okay, guys. Yeah, I do. There's the hallway and there's the washing machine room. I think the hallway is probably just as good as any place else. It's the hallway. This is an interior room. In this room, there's only one window in this room, okay? It's not a corner of the house. It's not a corner. It's not a corner of the house. So that's better because it's not a corner of the house. It's in the middle of the house. You see, it's blocked on both sides. It's an interior wall on both sides. So that's a good thing. Yay. Yeah. And so I got my dogs right here with me. My mom is stuck at the store. So she went into the store, Mom did. She went into the store. No, my mom's not taking a nap upon some adventures. No, yeah, she's at the store. And the storm hit when she was at the store, so she's gonna have to be stuck at the store for a while. Yeah, 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 yeah. The feature of this thing here, this for my cassettes, to store tapes. You're supposed to have a humidity level of less than 50% relative humidity. I bought this. Okay. Okay, 62% relative humidity. It's a little high. Now, this is a Whirlpool a dehumidifier. You have a power thing, power to turn it off. Okay, this is how it gets water. If I can actually produce water with it. I have a hose that goes with it that you can run it continuously. You turn it on. And it has a compressor. It has a compressor just like an air conditioner. It automatically kicks on and off. High, low, max, dry, and normal, or continuous run, we say. It runs continuously if you want it to run continuously. You got it on max dry so it can't empty, and the red light comes on here that's empty or just the bucket. That's the noise level of it. It's a dehumidifier and it's meant to lower the humidity in the room, especially when it's raining like this. To keep my tapes, to preserve my tapes, because less than 50% relative humidity. That's why if you're going to go online and buy cassette tapes, you shouldn't buy them from a place like Florida, because there's a lot of humidity in Florida. The chances are the tapes have been in a lot of humidity with that air conditioning. A lot of humidity in Florida, so tapes may not survive as well in Florida as they would in Arizona. Now, if you can find the tapes in the desert, someone has cassette tapes or VHS videotapes or any kind of tapes for sale, you want to get tapes from a dry climate, okay? Because it's the climate that matters with tapes. And making tapes last and play. You should buy tapes, any kind of magnetic tape from a dry climate. Now, tapes will still maintain the information that's on them. Even underwater, a tape will maintain the information that's on the tape. I think one of those space probes, one of those space capsules from the late 60s, they went into outer space or something like that. It might have been, I don't know which one it was, which space capsule it was, but it was the missing one. It was the missing space capsule from the 60s. And this missing space capsule from the 60s, they found it in the bottom of the ocean, and they brought it up out of the ocean. And in that space capsule was a reel-to-reel tape recorder. And there was a tape on the reel-to-reel tape recorder in the spaceship, space capsule. Hello, Jeffrey Lebowski, how are you? And that tape is being preserved and restored to be playable. And that tape has been underwater in a space capsule. But that's just a little background on that. So that's my review and demonstration of my dehumidifier. I got it for $10 on on Facebook Marketplace. And it's a big one too. It's a nice size dehumidifier, so it should work well. Oh, I'm sorry, way too much last night, Jeffrey. I'm sorry to hear that. It was 62% relative humidity. It'll bring the temperature up a little bit, but we'll just see how quick it can lower this humidity in here. Right then it was 62%. We'll see. Let me close this door to keep the Hello, Vanilla Rain. How are you? It's going to take a little while to suck the moisture out of the air. You see, it's already gone down to 61%. See? It's already gone down 61. You get it down to 48, 49, 50% relative humidity and shut it off, you know. It does pretty good. It works pretty quick, you know. This dehumidifier does. It sucks the humidity right out of the air. And it produces water, too, in that reservoir. Yeah. So if you have tapes, magnetic tape, or anything you want to archive, you know, I would strongly recommend getting a dehumidifier. That's very important. Because humidity, dry climates, if you have magnetic tape in the desert, you know, it's going to last in the desert, you know. It may be hot, but it's the moisture in the air that gets, the tape absorbs moisture. And the moisture gets in the tapes and makes it gum up and get sticky and it won't play through the machine. You have to put it in a food dehydrator. You have to bake the tape in a food dehydrator for 12 hours at 120 degrees. You have to bake the tape at 120 degrees in a food dehydrator. That's how you restore tapes and get them to play if they got binder hydrolysis, which is sticky shed syndrome, sticky tape syndrome. You just, you know, you can transfer it. Even a tape that's been underwater for 30 years can probably be playable and salvageable, but you can't play it until you put it in the dehydrator and bake it for maybe 24 hours. That's what you have to do. That's what professionals do, to save the information that's on the tape and get it to be playable, to make it stable again. Laura Lee, who? Laura? I can't see Laura. Hello? Laura, are you there? I don't see Laura. I'll have to see who's blocked on here, guys. I'll have to see who's blocked on the channel. And I hope I didn't accidentally block her. I hope she's in here. Street Live, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, Elbow Travels Watch. Good to see you here. I've got a few CDs too. Weird, she typed earlier. Oh, okay, weird. I got CDs too, up on our top shelves. I got CDs. I'm doing okay, Street Life. Good evening, boy. Snake Life, yeah? What you all doing? Yeah, really. Anyway, I thought it was really funny when he said that way. It really was. Yeah. Yeah, Happy New Year's, Jeffrey. Happy New Year's, everybody. Yeah, good to see everybody. Good to see everybody in the house this evening. What do y'all think about the lo-fi music? And the beat matching. I could even try my hand at a little bit of rapping, you know? Yeah, vinyl is good. Now, I'm going to try to sell some music online, okay, on eBay. Let me show you a record. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen records. Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. Tunnel of Love, Bruce Springsteen. Born in the USA. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. Here's one of my favorite records. Genesis, Invisible Touch. Now I love this Invisible Touch by Genesis. Here's a great album too. Look at this. No Jacket Required. Phil Collins. See? Oh, shooty tooth. Huey Lewis in the news, sports. Steve Winwood, John Cougar Mellencamp, the car, back in Prince, Men at Work. Some pretty good music here. I hate to sell my records. Hey Paul, how are you? Good to see you, Paul. Nottinghamshire, UK. Good to see you, Paul. Welcome. Yes, Nottinghamshire. The Portwood family is my ancestors. They came from England. Yeah, I have a record player. I have 2 or 3 of them. But this one, the needle has been acting up on it. Ooh. It's a Pioneer record player. I'll show you my other one. I got the Pioneer record player. Oh, I don't have one of those, no. Be nice to have one, but I don't have one. This is an Onkyo record player turntable. It's an Onkyo. This is a little more high end. I need a motor for it. The motor is starting to go out of it. But I've got a counterbalanced weight in the back of it. See, it's got a counterbalanced weight in the back. Yeah, it's a counterbalanced weight in the back. Tracking control, everything, you know, modern. Yeah, it's an Onkyo record player. I got it cheap on Peddler's Mall at the flea market. Okay. Here's a couple of cassette decks. I've got 2 of these cassette decks, and I've got 2 of these. This one is just like the one in the other room. This is what you call a dual capstan. Dual capstan turntable. Now, dual capstans. Now, this is not an auto reverse deck, okay? It plays one way. But you see, normally, cassette players decks have one capstan. You know, it's a normal setup with one capstan and pressure roller with the head and the record head. You see, and that's a normal setup. Can you get an idea of that? But you see, with single direction, you got 2 capstans. It's for more precise speed. You're not going to have as much wow and flutter when you have 2 capstans. the head. You got to notice the head is split in two. The play head and record head are separate. They're set next to each other, but the play and record head are separate, so you can actually hear your music while it's being recorded. You can listen to the music while it's being recorded. So that's a 3-head deck. So okay, that's what that means. The 3-head deck. And here's the other one. You see, I was missing the door off of that one, so I had to go on eBay and find a door. See, here's what it says. 3-head, closed loop, dual capstan. Sandust and ferrite head. Now it's Dolby. Now Dolby B and Dolby C and R. And it's monitor. You can MPX filter, you have a monitor so you can listen to your source or your tape while it's being recorded. You got a volume control, less separate for left and right. You got a headphone adjustment. You got full Logic style controls. You got a digital tape counter. Okay, you got the MIDI thing that you can plug in, the remote or the wired remote. Now here's a bias control on this deck here. It has a bias control calibration, and that's only for type 1. That's not for any of the other types. The bias control, this is the cheapest deck I could find with a bias control. But this has something that most decks don't have. It's rare. I don't know if you can see it or not, if you can notice it. It's the tape type settings. Okay. It has what's known as a ferrochrome setting. Now that was something that they experimented with for a short period of time in the late 70s, early 80s, called ferrochrome. Now, I have a couple of tapes like this. Now, the regular normal bias tape is brown, iron oxide. And then chrome tape is like a black color with chrome particles that are black. And ferrochrome is dual layer. A ferrochrome tape is supposed to be the best of both, but it only lasted for a very short time. If you look at the tape, the front of the tape is, the front side of the tape is brown, and if you take the ribbon and you flip the ribbon over backwards, the back side of the ribbon is black. The front side of the ribbon is brown, the back side of the ribbon is black. So it has chrome particles underneath of the ferric particles. So it's dual layer, 2 layers of particles. And the top 4 is metal, of course. So that is my deck there, the best one I've got. The speed is starting to mess up on it too. I may not have to have a new motor put in that. Put a motor in that deck. So 2 of those decks, and they've been worked pretty hard in their life. Yeah. I love a vintage record player which has speaker built in. That would be good. But yeah, that's exactly it. Instead of showing you that cassette deck to make my good recordings with. Yes, so what's everybody else going to do with New Year's Day? The storm was supposed to have gone a different direction, guys. I think that the storm went a different way. Discogs, Elbow Travels Watch, I'll try to sell on Discogs. I'll try to do that. That's a good thing. Yeah, selling Discogs, guys. Okay. Okay, Lyle, go on up. They want to see the mother. Yeah, mother. Recovering from last night. Yeah, I understand. Alright, now, with my dehumidifier, it's only been a few minutes, and now we're down to 58% relative humidity. 57% relative humidity, okay? It raises the temperature a little, but it sucks that air, it sucks that moisture right out of this air like there's no tomorrow. And when it's raining really hard and everything, you know, there's nothing better. I made this dub here. David Bowie. I made this dub of David Bowie. Music, all the greatest hits of David Bowie. See? It's my own mixtape. I made it. Cool, huh? But never to sell, just to... Here's a Jefferson Starship album. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Jefferson Starship. Let's see how Jefferson Starship sounds. Hey guys, so I can't let you hear the music, but I can see this machine. Hey, let me try something else. Let me try some, now this is really, really old music, guys. This music is really old, from the 70s or 60s. This tape is Audio Magnetics. Okay. This is one of those old tapes, and I've got a big lot of tapes. I don't know if you can read this or not. It says Haru and Leahy flute Paul Hissa. Yo, some of this is Japanese. Japanese people own these tapes, okay? These tapes are owned by Japanese, and I got a big lot of these tapes. Now here's your play button. That's got Prince or something on there. We got our tape counter going. I've got a little tape tracking problem. I'm going to have to work with that too. That's so relaxing. I'm going to say what Japanese music I've got left, because I've got lots of Japanese music. I may upload some of that Japanese music. Here's a really old BASF tape. Now this could very well be from the 60s or early 70s, okay? I don't guess there's anything on this one. Japanese music recorded 40 years ago. 45 years ago. Yes, Molly Jane. Beautiful girl. Little woman. Little woman. Little woman. Good long. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah. Yes. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, rah, rah. Family is good. Has Lyle been here the whole time? No, I just brought him in here. Okay. I'll give you all a kiss in a minute. Should I make some extra taters? Yeah. Or should we make some together? Why don't you make some? You want to? Yeah. Okay. I think we've got some brown gravy. Huh? You know, it started to happen as I was coming out of Leeds. Oh, really? I got that message on my phone. Is my little boy Turbo okay? Yeah, this wasn't a bad deal for her. No, it was regular. Well, I want to get home before we step on the elders, you know. Here's some potatoes. North, Dave. That's apples here. Turbo, watch me back to you. I used to have the reel-to-reel Elbow Travels watch, but I got rid of them. I shouldn't have. I should have kept them. My mistake, I guess. I guess I can just pour my effort into the cassettes, you know.
it's a lot of water out there.
Yeah, I know. It's been raining hard.
Huh?
Been raining hard, huh?
Yeah. It was raining and when I left it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
And then
I guess we'll have to save the rest of our livers, won't we?
I won't eat anymore. You put this back.
No, you can eat that one.
And then, when I was at Famous Restaurant, I went to WWC got our drinks. I paid for your drinks. And then I, went to Kroger's. Now, did you get the cake? Oh, there's a cake in the back.
The car?
Yeah, it's, for, Barks and Morris.
Okay.
Bring it to I'll pay for it.
Okay.
And then, I got a loaf of bread. I went to Lee's, and then, it just hit. Now, I really pulled in to save a lot, I could save a compound.
Yeah.
What's on your phone?
What? Yeah, the message? Yeah, it came on and told us, said that it was a tornado warning. You said that it went another way. The tornado went a different direction. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our
Did Lyle get scared?
No, not as bad as turbo.
Yeah.
Okay, now our mashed potatoes are cooking. We've got a clean dish here, clean dishes here, clean dishes here. I just need to put everything away. Everything's clean here. It's clean. See, I just cleaned it. I just washed it. That's where I had the soup beans cooking. So I cleaned that. Washed it and all this stuff. It's just a matter of organizing. And these things are clean too. It's not a matter of dirty. It's a matter of unorganized. I just need to put everything away. It's just a matter of putting things away. It's not a matter of dirty or clean. Okay, now, 75 degrees, 56% relative humidity. You only have to run this thing for an hour or two, a day, so often. You can suck the moisture out of the air, and you can get one pretty cheap. They last a long time. So, for the tapes and stuff, So I'll let y'all hear just a little bit of that Japanese music. I'll have to do a live feed of the Japanese music, I'll have to do some tapes, some live feeds of these tapes. I'd like to have another reel-to-reel player Elbow Travels watch. I had a Kai reel-to-reel, the Akai brand. And I had a Revox B77 reel-to-reel too. I had two of those. I bought them from a radio station around the year 2000. Yeah, I bought them from a radio station. I'm going to pop on out of here for a little while. I'm going to do a review on my Lee's recipe, famous recipe, chicken liver dinner. So I'm making some mashed potatoes to go with my chicken livers. Chicken livers from Lee's famous recipe chicken. $4.49 for a big order of chicken livers. I like livers and I like gizzards. I like both of them. So they're good with brown gravy. And I'm going to pop on off of here. I'm going to watch a couple of YouTube videos and see who else is on. Thank you for coming by. Maybe later I'll go through my tapes with you again. And I'll go through tapes that are vintage, old. I like to collect blank tapes. Different kinds of blank tapes. I like to collect different kinds of blank cassettes. So I'll go through some of my blank cassettes that I've got. Vintage blank cassettes. I've even got a few blank cassettes that have never been opened before. And I'll try to go over the dates of these tapes. When they were built, when they were made. And we'll put them on play, a couple of them, and show you how long tapes really last. Because some of these tapes I have go back to the 60s. 1960s. I've got one tape that dates to around 1965. So you don't want to miss that tape, cassette tape from 1965 that it plays and everything. So you don't want to miss it.